When I was 10, my family moved to a suburb of Boston, Massachusetts. And for the first time, my sister and I were put into Seventh-day Adventist schools. My family is very conservative Christian, and these schools were really small. There was 100 kids total in grades K through 8, and then the high school had 50 students for all 4 years. And I kind of epically did not fit in. Now, when I started, I was 10, and I didn't know I was gay. I knew I didn't like boys, and I knew I was different, and I didn't quite understand what that meant yet, but I didn't know I was gay. The other kids knew I was different, and they picked on me. I was actually afraid to go to school because I just got made fun of all the time. And even once I got there, on any given day, I was afraid to move, because if I moved, they'd see me, they'd notice me, and every time somebody noticed me, they would make fun of me. And they said terrible things. I remember getting a note from one student saying, "If you're too stupid to know how to kill yourself, I can offer you some suggestions." I went to the principal when it got bad enough. I actually cried myself to sleep in her office. And she told me, "Don't take it personally. Your class has always had a scapegoat." Which I've got to tell you did not help a hell of a lot. I tried running away from school. I tried to kill myself because I didn't believe it would ever get better. I didn't think it was possible. I tried to kill myself when I was 10, and again when I was 12, and again when I was 13. And high school was both better and worse. The other students weren't as bad in high school, but because I'd been dealing with this for so long, by the time I got there, I was pretty mad and acting out. And the teachers decided that I was a bad kid. And they told me that all the time. I had to stand in front of a tribunal where I was told to beg God for forgiveness for my anger. I remember getting a letter from a church elder telling me that my parents were ashamed of me. And I believed it. But as soon as I left, it got better. It got better immediately. And I lived at home for a few years after high school. I actually went to a community college, and I stayed with my parents while I was doing that. And it was still better. I came out while I was living with my parents, and they weren't happy with it. Like I said, they're very conservative Christian, and they said some things that were pretty mean at the time. And some that were kind of silly, actually. My mom said at one point, "You're just doing this because you're used to rejection." And she also said, "You're just doing this because you're desperate to be accepted." They told me that I couldn't bring home any girlfriends, and that I wasn't allowed to do this while I was in their house or under their roof. And that got better. I went away to a 4-year college and moved out of the house, and my life got amazing. If I had managed to kill myself when I tried, I would have missed out on meeting my people, of finding friends, and that would have been terrible. I would have missed out on learning another language. I would have missed out on traveling. I got to go to Ecuador and Denmark, and a couple years ago, I took this amazing trip with a couple of my friends. Just for a weekend, we rented this crappy hotel room in Savannah and spent all of our money on expensive restaurants and amazing food. And it was fantastic, and I would have missed that. If I had killed myself when I tried, I would have missed out on having a horribly awkward first date with a girl. And, okay, The first time I went on a date with a girl, she was way too hot for me. I was excited and incredibly intimidated, and it was amazing. Just going out with her was amazing. I would have missed having a first kiss. I would have missed falling in love. I would have missed having a breakup, which is crappy. Who likes that? But I'm glad I didn't miss that. And one of the things I am so glad I lived to see, I am glad I did not miss out on having an amazing relationship with my family. I really thought that they were ashamed of me, that I was hurting them somehow by being gay. And it's just not true. I believed all that crap I was told when I was young. Like, I believed I was going to hell, and that I was a bad kid, and that I was hurting my parents. And none of it was true. My parents tell me all the time now how proud they are of me, how much they love me. They're proud that I've worked so hard to go back to school, and that I've moved to a city and have all these friends. They are so proud of me. And it's not even that they're proud despite the fact that I'm gay. My mom tells me all the time that the day I left the church is the day she knew she succeeded as a parent. She tells me she is proud to have a gay daughter, somebody who is brave enough to choose my own way. And that's amazing. It is amazing to hear that. And to believe it, to know without question that my whole family, my grandparents, my sister, my aunts and uncles and cousins, they all love me and are proud of me. And I would have missed knowing that, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't miss that. I'm glad that I got to the good part. And you will too. There is a good part for you. Your people are out there. Whoever you are, if you're a geek like I am, if you're a queer theater kid, if you're a jock, if you're a loner, it does not matter who you are. It might feel like nobody can understand you and nobody will ever like you. But your people are out there. You will find friends, and you'll find love, and you'll find happiness. You will get to the good part. You just have to slog through a little bit of crap first. And that sucks. And I'm really sorry for it. But look at these videos. It's not just me. It got better for all of us. We're not the same. We grew up at different times. We grew up in different places. We have different families. We have different problems that we faced along the way. But it still got better for all of us. And it will get better for you too, I promise. Your life will be amazing. You just have to get there. The good parts, they're totally out there waiting for you. Don't give up on it.